All right, seeing none, let's go to FOIA requests.
We had 3 FOIA requests over the last month. Denise Hopkins was the IEA, NEA, and I think that was just a staffing inquiry in regards to certified, non-certified support staff, very similar to the data we collect for the ISBE. The second one was from a resident, Martha Carlson, in regards to the AP score report that we receive every August from the College Board. That summarizes our AP scores as well as our 5-year historical. And then the third one was Lindy Phelan from Riverside, and she was requesting Explorer data for the last 5 years and wanted it segregated by a feeder school. Her second request came in and she wanted to know how many kids from each school were in honors, regular, or AP classes. We do not have such a report. And you saw our response that our attorney helped us generate, but we did have the students' entry-level Explorer scores broken down by feeder schools, so we did send that report. There was one question from Mr. Walsh on the FOIA related to the AP, and Kristen has an answer on that.
So the reason there are students that are in an unknown grade is because that's a question that students have to bubble in themselves, and so some students chose not to bubble in which grade they were in, so which is no.
There was another question on transportation. FOIA.
Tim, transportation, why that contract wasn't included?
Yeah, they asked for specific things. It appeared like we didn't list one.
I think what they're looking for here in terms of support staff, they're looking at transportation like if we had our own buses and we had bus drivers as employees. We don't, obviously our special ed is contracted out to LADSI.
Yeah,
So
we gave them the Aramark. That's a contract.
Right.
It seemed inconsistent to me. We gave them Quest, we gave them Aramark, but we didn't give them the same type of information on the transportation vendors.
as I said, because if we had our own food service, we'd have our own employees instead of contracting it out. We'd have our own employees for custodial instead of contracting it out. We don't have our own busing. We don't do any busing other than special ed, and that's contracted out.
I think he's asking
So,
because Aramark's
yeah.
contracted
Right.
out, they're not our employees, but we still gave those contracts.
I'm a little concerned
Right.
we didn't respond properly to the request. Did we
Okay, I
clarify
yeah.
that, or?
No, I mean, I didn't read that, the extracurricular transportation is something they were looking for. I thought that they were looking more for
We can go back and
for
review
contract,
it.
yeah.
If we need to forward the contract, we can.
Okay, any other questions?
Kevin, could you explain why the IEA wants all this information?
It appears that a lot of school districts receive the same FOIA. So sometimes they just update in their database or gathering to see if, how many schools are contracting things out or how many schools have separate union support staff and certified staff.
How
Different
many
areas.
people we hire that aren't in the?
Right.
Correct.